Hello and welcome. Today we are going to discuss the problem Sefina and swaps. Right? So let us first read the question. So the question says Sef has two sequences A1 A2 AN and B1 B2 BN. C views two sequences with n with length n as identical if after they are sorted in non-decreasing order. Right? The ith element of one sequence is equal to the ith element of the other sequence for each I greater than equal to 1 and less than equal to n. To impress Sefina, Sef wants to make the sequence identical. He may perform the following operation 0 or more times. Choose two integers I and j, where I and j is greater than equal to 1 and less than equal to n, and swap ai with bj. The cost of each operation is the cost of each such operation is minimum of ai comma bj. You have to find the minimum total cost with which Sef can make the two sequence identical, right? So let us also look at the input format. So the input format says the first line of the input contains a single integer t denoting the number of test cases. The description of t test cases follows. The first line of each test case contains a single integer n. The second line contains n space separated integers a1, a2, an. The third line contains n space separated integers b1, b2, bn. For the output which we have to print is for each test case print a single line containing one integer, the minimum cost, or -1 if no valid sequence of operation exists. That is, we can't able to make the two sequence identical, then we have to print -1, right? The constants of the question are t, that is the number of test case, can be up to 2000, n, that is the length of sequence, can be up to 2 into 10 to the power 5, and ai bi can be up to 10 to the power 9. The sum of n over all the test cases does not exceed 2 into 10 to the power 6, right? So let us try to understand the input which is given to us. So here 3 is the number of test cases, and for each test case 1, that is the number of sequence, right? And here is the element of array A and here is the element of array B, right? As n equal to 1, so only one element of array A and one element of array B is present, right? Here n equal to 2 for the second test case. So for the array A, two elements are given, and for the array B, two elements are given, right? Same for the third test case. Third test case n equal to 2. So two elements of array A is given to us, and two elements of array B are given to us, right? So let us try to understand the input. So for the input 1, right, n equal to 1, and the element of array A is 1 and the element of array B is 2, right? Here both array can't be identical because they contain different elements, right? So we can't do any operation because we can't able to make these two elements equal, right, using swap operation, right? So for this we have to print -1, right? For the input 2, 1 here n equal to 2, and elements of array A are 1 and 2, and the elements of array B are 2 and 1. So after sorting these two arrays, the array A will change to 1 comma 2 and the array B will change to 1 comma 2. So since both the arrays are identical to each other, so we don't have to do any swap operation, right? And the total minimum cost would be 0 for this test case, right? For the test case 3, n equal to 2, the elements of array A are 1 comma 1 and the elements of array B are 2 comma 2, right? So we can swap. Here we have to make the two arrays identical, na? So we can swap a1 that is 1 and b0, right? Then the array will become 1 2 and 1 2, right? If you swap with this one and this 2, the array will become 1 2 and 1 2, right? And they are identical now. So the total minimum cost is equal to minimum of a1 comma b0, as the problem statement says. If we take xi and yj as the two elements, one from the array A and one from the array B, so the minimum cost will be mean of xi comma yj. Here we are doing the same thing. So the minimum cost will be mean of a1 comma b0, that is the minimum of 1 comma 2, which is equal to 1. Let us try to understand one more input. So here n equal to 5, right? And the elements of array A are 2 comma 2 comma 3 comma 3 comma 1, and the elements of array B are 1 comma 4 comma 4 comma 5 comma 5, right? So we have to make these two arrays identical, right? So what we can do, we can swap a1, that is 2, and b2, that is 4, right? So after swapping these elements, the array A will become like this: 2 4 3 3 1, and the array B will become 1 4 2 5 5, right? So the minimum cost will be mean of a1 comma b2, right, which is equal to mean of 2 comma 4, that is nothing but equal to 2, right? After this, since the array is not identical now, right, so we have to again do the swap operation, right? So what we will do, we will swap a3 with b0, right? A3 that is 3, and b0 that is 1, right? So we will swap a3 and b0, so the total cost will be minimum of a3 comma b0. Previous the cost was 1, sorry, previous the cost was 2, and now this time the cost is 1, that is now the total cost will be equal to 3, and the arrays after swapping this operation will change to like this. The array A will contain 2 4 3 1 comma 1, and the array B will contain 3 4 2 comma 5 comma 5, right? So now again the array, both the arrays are not identical, right, as 2 5s are there in array B and there is no 5 in array A, right? So we have to shift 1 5 from array B to array A to make the arrays identical, right? So what we will do, we will swap a4 comma b4, right? So after swapping this operation, after swapping a3 comma b0, the arrays are these, right? So we will swap a4 comma b4. So after swapping these two elements, the array will become, array A will become 2 4 3 1 5, and the array B will become 3 4 2 5 1, right? And the total cost will be minimum of a4 comma b4, right? So previous the cost was 3, total cost was 3, and now the minimum of 1 comma 5, that is equal to 1. So 3 plus 1 equal to 4. So 4 will be the total cost for making these two arrays identical. Now we can easily see that these two arrays are identical. We only have to swap these two arrays, right? So after sorting, so we only have to do the we only have to sort these array, right? So after sorting this array, the array A will contain 1 2 3 4 5, and the array B will contain 1 2 3 4 5. So the total minimum cost for making these two arrays identical is equal to 4, right? So from these inputs we have understood the question, right? So let us try to find some conditions, right, from this question, right? So if you see, if frequency of any element is odd, then the arrays will not become identical at all, because we want both the arrays identical, right? So if let's say if an element x is present in array A, then that element x should also be present in array B, right? So the frequency of x will become 2, right? So it is even. So for making two arrays identical, every element should be occurred even number of times, right? Like if you take the example of this test case, so here n equal to 3, and the elements which are given is 1 1 1 and 2 2 2. The array A will contain 1 comma 1 comma 1, and the array B will contain 2 comma 2 comma 2. Here we can see first two elements are identical, right? But the third elements are not identical. Why these are not identical? Because the frequency of 1 is odd and the frequency of 2 is also odd. That's why they are not becoming identical, right? So one condition we can find from this question, if the frequency of any element is odd, then the array will not become identical at all. So we have to print -1 in that case, right? Let us try to understand the question by seeing some more example, right? So here n equal to 4, and the elements of A are 1 comma 1 comma 1 comma 1, and the elements of B are 2 comma 2 comma 2 comma 2, right? So if we have to make these two arrays identical, then they should be look like this, right? Two ones should be present in array A, two ones should be present in array B, two twos should be present in array B, and two twos should be present in array B, right? So this should be the array A will contain exactly these elements and the array B will also contain exactly these elements to make these two arrays identical, right? So here if you find the frequency of 1, it is equal to 4 including both the arrays. We are counting the frequency as both the arrays, right? Total frequency of 2 is equal to 4, right? So for making the arrays identical, frequency of 1 should be present in array A and B is equal to 2, right? As the total frequency is 4 and we want 2 ones in array A and 2 ones in array B, so the frequency of 1 should be 2 in every array, right? Same for the element 2, the frequency of 2 should be present in array A and B equal to 2, right? So from array A 1 comma 1, that is these two ones should not be present in array A, right? This should be present in array B, and from the array B these two 2's should not be present in array B, right? This should be present in array A. So from array A 1 1 is left, it should be present in array B, and from array B 2 2 is left, so it should be present in array B, right? So let us store the elements which should be present in array B from the array A in X, right? And the element which should be present in array A from the array B, we can store it in array Y, right? Now we have to swap contents of X and Y, right? So we have to swap the contents of X into the array Y and the contents of Y into the array X, right? In minimum cost, right? So here what we can do, we can swap X0 and Y0 and we'll swap X1 and Y1, right? So the total cost will be minimum of 1 comma 2 and the minimum of 1 comma 2, that is equal to 2, right? So what we are doing here, we are finding the elements from A which should be present in array B, right? For making the two arrays identical. Same for array B, we are finding some elements from array B which should not be present in array B, right? Those should present in array A, right? So we are trying to find those elements. So let us suppose the elements from array A is stored. Matlab, means the elements which should be present in array B is stored in array X, right? As x1, x2, x3, xm1, right? And let us suppose the elements which should be present in array A and these are extracted from the array B, right? So it is stored in array Y and the elements are y1, y2, y3 and ym2, right? Now again, for making the two arrays identical, m1 and m2 should be equal, right? Because both the arrays should be of size n after swapping, after doing all the swap operation, and for making the arrays identical, right? m1 and m2 should be equal, right? Now if x equal to x1, x2, x3, xm, y1 equal to y2, y3, ym, since m1 equal to m2, we have assumed as it as m, right? So what should be the optimum way of swapping so that the cost is minimized, right? So the optimum way is we can simply sort the array X in increasing order, right? And the array B in decreasing order, right? Then we can swap xi and yi, right? And it will cost minimum of xi comma yy. So this is the optimum way for swapping the contents of the two arrays, right? It will lead to minimum cost, right? Like if we take an example as if x contains 2315 and y contains 4768, so what we will do, we will sort the array x in increasing order and sort the array y in decreasing order, right? So the array x will contain 1 2 3 5 and the array y will contain 8 7 6 and 4 after sorting the array in decreasing order, right? So the total cost for swapping the contents of x into y and the swapping the contents of y into x, the total cost will be minimum of 1,8, right? Means minimum of x0, y0, minimum of x1, y1, minimum of x2, y2 and minimum of x3, y3, right? It is equal to 10, right? So this is the optimum way of swapping, right? But if example is like this, let's see, if the example is n equal to 3 and array A contains 1 10 10 as the elements and the array B contains 1 20, 20 as elements, if we try to implement the above approach for this test case, we will find the elements which should be present in array B from the array A is 10 only, right? And the element which should be present in array A from the array B is 20, right? Here both the arrays have same size, so we can make them identical, right? Now here the total cost will be minimum of 10 comma 20, right, which is equal to 10. So I am saying, is this the minimum cost, right? Is this the minimum cost? The answer is no, because we can swap in different manner, right? If you swap A0, that is 1, with B1, that is with 20. If you swap 1 comma 20, then the total cost will be 1, right? Here, and the array will become 20 10 10 and 1 comma 1 comma 20, right? After sorting the array, both the arrays will become identical, right? So what we can do, we can choose minimum element of both the arrays, right? Then we can do swap like this: cost equal to minimum of 2 comma mean element comma mean of xi comma yi, right? Why are we doing like this? Why this 2 into minimum element is coming here? Why not only minimum element, right? Because we have to swap 2 times the minimum element, because at first time the minimum, let's suppose we are swapping from array A, right? So the first time the mean element will go into the array B after swapping one operation, and again the mean element has to come in array A, right? So it has to be swapped again, right? So here 2 swapping are happenings, right? So that's why here 2 into main element is written, right? So that means if element P is present in array A and Q is present in array B, and we want to swap P and Q using the minimum value, so let us suppose the minimum value is R, right? Then we can swap like this: mean of 2 comma R comma mean of P comma Q. After doing this, P will go into the array B and Q will go into the array A, right? And the cost will be minimum. So I think this is the logic which we have to implement in our code for solving this question, right? So let us try to understand the code for this question, right? So here, as you can see, for every test case we are taking n, that is the length of sequence, as input, and we are taking the array elements A and B in array A and array B, right? And we have defined a map for storing the frequency of every element, right? So here we are counting the frequency of every element. So as from the discussion, we have came that if the frequency of any element is odd, right? Here we are checking, is there any element whose frequency is odd or not? If its frequency is odd, then it is not going, then we can't able to make the arrays identical, right? So we have to print -1 in that case, right? So we are doing this, we are printing -1 in that case, right? And let's suppose we have initialized to vector, or we can say array, as A remaining and B remaining. A remaining, what will A remaining store? A remaining will store the elements which should not be present in array A, it should be present in array B, right? And the B remaining will store the elements which should not be present in array B, which should be present in array A, right? So what we will do, we will divide the, from here, if we came here, it means that every element has a even frequency, right? So we are dividing the frequency of every element by 2, right? And then we have defined one another map, and we will assign this map into this, right? So here we are storing the elements A remaining, right? So we will see if the frequency of any element is present in map 1, right? It means that it should be present in array A, right? But if it is not present in map, it means that it should not be present in array A, that is, it should be present in array B, right? So we are storing those elements in A remaining, right? Same for the array B, right? Here same for the array B. So we have stored the elements of array A which should be present in array B, and the elements of array B which should be present in array A, in A remaining and B remaining respectively, right? So as from the discussion we have seen what is the optimum way of swapping the two contents. We will sort one array in ascending order. So here we are sorting one array in ascending order, and here we are sorting an array in descending order, right? We are sorting in the B remaining in ascending order, and then we are reversing this array. It means that we are sorting the array B in descending order, right? Now we have initialized our answer as 0. Now if the size of a remaining and the size of b remaining is not equal to 0, as from the condition, from the logic we have seen, if the value of m1 and m2 is not not equal, that means the arrays will not become identical, right? So in that case we have to print -1 also, right? So now we are finding here the minimum value of the two arrays, right? Because we have to swap the two values with the minimum values also, and we'll see which one is giving minimum, right? So we'll take that one to our answer, right? So here we are running a loop from I equal to 0 to I less than remaining dot size and I plus plus, and we are adding mean of 2 into k comma mean of a remaining of I comma b remaining of I, as we have discussed from our problem statement, from our logic, right? This thing we are doing there, right? So that thing only we are doing. Now we are printing our answer, right? So let us try to understand, let us try to run this code for the given test case and see what is coming as output. So here as you can see, the output are coming as -1 0 1, right? Let us run some more test cases which we have discussed there, right? So let us take this one, that is test case 1 n equal to 4, there is 4 1 in array 1 and 4 2 in array 2, right? So the minimum cost for this is nothing but 2, right? So 2 should become as our output. So here as you can see 2 is coming as output, right? Let us run some more test cases for this. So the output for this is should be equal to 2, right? So as you can see 2 is coming as output, right? So the solution is working, the code is working perfectly. The time complexity of this code is nothing but n log n, because we are sorting the elements of array A and array B, right? So in worst case the time complexity can be n log n, right? As we are using also map, so accessing any map values cost log n time, right? So the time complexity for this solution is n log n, right? This was all about the solution and the logic of the question Fina and swaps, right? I hope you have understood the solution. Thank you.